Welcome back to Houston Life. Our next guest has a big goal, and it's a goal you can help her with. Liz Williams has a brand new book coming out about a young girl with blood cancer in need of a bone marrow transplant.
And her goal is to donate as many of these books as possible to children right here in Houston to let them know they're not alone. Author and survivor Liz Williams is here. Welcome to the show, Liz.
Hi, thank you.
It's so great to meet you.
You too.
I love that you've written this book. Here's the cover here. It's beautifully colorful. It's a hard topic for so many people, but it's so personal to you. In 1996?
Yes.
January 1996,
yes.
So this month is when you received your transplant. Tell us your story, because your sister is your donor.
Yes, and the book is actually going to be released the day after my BMT anniversary, which isn't by accident. So yes, I had a disease called aplastic anemia when I was 7. It's rare. Only about 1,000 people are diagnosed with it per year in the U.S. And it's a condition where your body stops producing the cells that you need in order to survive. So I had a bone marrow transplant from my sister. Lucky for me, because only about 30% of those going through the transplant process have a sibling that's a match.
This is such a beautiful collection of photos we're seeing on the screen right now, Liz. Tell us what you remember about that time. I can imagine, bone marrow transplant, or BMT, is it's a pretty big deal. It's a tough surgery.
Yeah, well, so actually the transplant itself is pretty uneventful. You know, they bring the thing in and it's just hanging there, right? And it's like a blood transfusion, right? But the process, the chemo and all of that, I do remember some. But I remember, I think like a kid would remember it. You know, I remember being sick, but I also remember eating chicken nuggets in my bed. I also remember playing with my Barbies. I remember people sending cards, which is, I think, why it's so important to have little things like, for example, books, or just to send cards to kids who are going through it, because they do remember that. And any external stimulus, when you're just in a hospital room day in, day out, losing track of time, I feel like any external stimulus really helps to lift the mood.
Oh, for sure. And it is so scary, not only for the families, the parents that are getting these diagnoses, the caretakers, but the little lives that are having to really deal with adult things every single day. And so to have something like this, a book to share, it's really incredible that you are taking that portion of your life and really wanting to help others. And that's sort of part of your story too. You wanted to make sure that those kids are not alone.
Right, yeah, and that's ultimately the goal. And like I said, only 30% have a sibling that's a match, but 70% do not. And I became aware of one of these families 20-something years after my transplant, and I wanted to send them something, you know, to know that they weren't alone, right? But I was really struck because there aren't too many books for children going through cancer. Yeah. So just as a writer myself, I started writing, and 4.5 years later, here we are.
It's incredible, and as you mentioned, the literary landscape has not really included a lot of families going through a cancer diagnosis. Talk about how our viewers can help with this process, because you have an event, a book distribution coming up. You want to essentially get this book into as many young hands as possible.
Yes, that's the goal, and without those families who are actually going through it having to buy it themselves, right? So we launched the book donation project on December 19th, and I just got those totals back. I'm blown away. 70 books are going to be donated just from that alone. But the goal is, those who are going to benefit from it are those going through it, those who know someone going through it, or those who have gone through it themselves, right? And so the idea is, how can we get it to the hospitals, or how can we get it to the places where they're going to be, like Ronald McDonald House? And luckily, we have an amazing community who said that they're willing to donate. So we opened that up, and you can donate it on my website, which is lizwilliamsbooks.com, and we're going to be donating as many as possible to hospitals and cancer support organizations.
That's fantastic. And also, we're out of time, but someone can be a real-life match and hero for someone in need.
Yes, if you go to bethematch.com, they'll just send you a kit. You do a 10-second cheek swab, send it back in, and within a few weeks, you could potentially be saving someone's life.
Fantastic. Very nice. Liz Williams, thanks so much.
Thank you, guys.
We appreciate it. Thanks for coming on. And if you would like to purchase one of Liz's books to share with our local hospitals, we've added that link to her website on ours. Again, that's HoustonLife.tv. Just look for that Scene On section.